really trying to tie up stuff in Stealthlight now, I think. We've unlocked all the worlds, and we kind of have, you know, some selection of puzzles to do in each of them. So I'm gonna come back to Finale just because there's a bunch of, you have more options here. Okay, so we want to be making Train, which is probably coming from the TN portal. Sorry, that's a lie. It's pretty hard for this thing to come down at all. It's probably coming from the T in it. Sorry, just thinking quietly to myself. So one thing I do notice is that the bots, you can use them to like move some of these things just as a whole. So for instance, this would give us the ability to move that a little bit further. So it feels like my ideal world is that we go from pin to ton and somehow move the ton all the way over here so that we can then push it up and make the word train. But we don't have enough robots or enough motions really to move the entirety of ton across. But one thing I notice is interesting is that pin and ion, sorry, non and ion both are real words and almost feel like they allow the ON to travel across. Not that I can push them both at the same time at the moment. Is pi a word? If I could move the entirety of pit down by 1, that would be pretty nice. You thought. I only need to make it. Now if I can move the whole thing down, is this just gonna work? guess so. I feel like I'm missing something there, but that was nice anyway to sanctify. Let's restart. Okay, so it feels like we need to be able to save at least 4 robots. And then that can push the layer up to become laser, and then that's the cross we kind of need. So I think this robot was pretty easy to save, if I remember correctly. Cool, that's one robot down. The bottom right is easy, we've kind of remembered this one. I guess I can try to plant it in the correct spot. Not that I'm going to use it yet. Okay, so let's see if we can get a robot up from this side, which would be making the word ascent at the bottom left. Sorry, bottom row. And that's our only real way in, to make snow sage. This does feel like the only plausible start. I could move it back down, but that doesn't help us. Let's see if we can make any inway on this one instead. There's also W's. Interesting. Feels like I do really want to make bison. That just feels nice. So I just need to make use of get rid of this T somehow. Okay, interesting. So I can get that A out of the way. Then her and Webb is pretty tied together. There's no easy way to break that apart anymore. can make pen tent. Could also move that one away. Okay, I think this looks good. Okay, we've managed to solve that corner. Save a robot from there. This corner was pretty chill. And these other two corners are the ones that really got me. It does feel like I want to make Ascent for the top left. Whoa, surprise wave of sleepiness. I'm gonna call this short here, but at least we've made a bit of progress. We've solved one level, and we've solved one kind of sub-level in this thing, which is non-zero. And that's the exciting part. Just making a bit of progress every single time, really.